Okay, so we're recording and streaming, and hopefully I'll share my whole screen with you, and we'll begin momentarily. Okay, I think we're ready to begin. Good afternoon. Thank you to everyone for gathering together today for our honors convocation, where we recognize the academic achievements of many of our seniors and of a few underclassmen as well. Before we begin, I have 3 housekeeping details to remind you of. First, be aware that we're both live streaming and recording this event. Second, the live stream has about a 10-second delay built in. So if you're watching this on 2 monitors, one for Google Meet and one for the live stream, be aware that they will not be in sync. And third, if you're a participant in the Google Meet, please mute your microphone until it's your turn to speak. And remember to mute your mic again when you're finished. Now, to begin our program today, let me introduce Dr. Greg Martin. Greg?
Thank you, Ms. Curry. Before I begin, I would like to thank you in particular for putting together a series of wonderful honor ceremonies to celebrate the work that our students and faculty have done together with the support of their parents and this entire academic, athletic, and artistic community. It's been a lot of work, and we all thank you for doing this for our kids and our community. I'd also like to thank the faculty who've reinvented themselves over the past couple months and found ways to continue to inspire their students to reach great heights academically, artistically, athletically, and then especially to the students themselves who have just done wonderful things all year long, and for the past for many of these students, 4 years and longer, obviously. A lot has been made of interdisciplinary studies. We're all supporters of linking ideas within one academic discipline to another. That pursuit is wonderful. That goes without saying. At the same time, there's something great to be said for distinguishing yourself in one area with excellence. And so today we celebrate those students who have found a way to be the best at their game in a very competitive community like Ranney School, where there are a lot of other excellent students. So while we do wonderful things by thinking in interdisciplinary ways, as human beings, we can also do great things by thinking in depth and doing great things within that discipline. And so today our focus is on that form of excellence. So congratulations to our students. Thanks to our faculty for helping them get to where they are academically, to our parents for supporting everything we do at Ranney, and especially to the students themselves for the fine work that they do. The first awards to be given out are awards from each department to recognize the highest achieving seniors in each discipline. We'll begin with the World Language Department Awards. Ms. Alice Yuan will present the Departmental Award for Chinese Language.
你好. I'm honored and delighted to present the Mandarin Chinese Excellence Award. This year, the prize goes to the student who has been identified as a leader of Chinese Honor Society. This wonderful student who actively participated in all Chinese program cultural activities during the past 3 years and served as the president of Chinese Honor Society this year. This student makes Chinese culture more visible at Ranney. He led several Taiji demonstrations in 2019 and organized Chinese New Year presentations in 2020, which both upper school students and lower school students enjoyed. He guided and helped new inductees to become members of Chinese Honor Society. Not only does he display impressive leadership, this student also worked diligently in class. He becomes a fluent speaker and skillful writer in Mandarin Chinese. He would go above and beyond the required assignments and turn every project as an entertaining learning experience to the whole class. We will miss the laughters he brought to us. I hope that he continues to explore Mandarin Chinese language, literature, and culture after graduating from Rani. I would like to wish him the best luck in all his endeavors at college. 祝你学业有成，前程似锦。恭喜 Justin Ronaldo 获得中文优秀毕业生奖。Now, Ms. Catherine Krakowski will present the Departmental Award for French language.
Bonjour. I'm honored to present the French Senior Excellence Award to a student who is passionate about diversity and is enthusiastic about learning a foreign language. This student's consistent effort throughout the year and respect of the French culture has exceeded any expectation. This student was elected president of the French Honor Society and has proven to excel with their duties due to their hard work. They went above and beyond the requirements of the French Honor Society, and in doing so have shown their passion for the language. Their constant effort to fulfill even the most specific details of their job brought me to realize the leadership qualities and commitment that will be of great benefit to them in the future. This young adult prioritizes respecting and learning more about the Francophone culture, no matter how dramatically it may differ from their own. Their appreciation of France is truly admirable and is so prominent that it has even influenced fellow students to feel the same. The student understands that it takes dedication to a course in order to succeed. Charlotte, congratulations for your work in the French class and Honor Society. You will be missed. Mrs. Garcia, Maria Garcia will now present the Departmental Award for Spanish Language.
Mrs. Garcia, make sure to unmute your mic if you're speaking.
Thank you. Buenas tardes. I was halfway through, but I'll
start again.
This is the Spanish Senior Excellence Award. The student getting this award is one of a kind. This is the student that every teacher and university desires: diligent, well-motivated, enthusiastic, and with a contagious zest for learning. A student capable of transforming the class dynamics with insightful comments and passionate discussions that often make their way back to a positive message of empowerment and especially of equality for women. This student has demonstrated a true passion for the language and culture of the Spanish-speaking world by constantly looking for ways to improve and to put into practice language skills, either by watching films in Spanish, by reading a variety of sophisticated texts, or by practicing with coworkers on weekends. This person can express herself eloquently in Spanish, as I'm sure she does in English. Her sentences are beautifully composed and her paragraphs flow seamlessly, and her essays were always a pleasure to read. She will be successful as she continues her education in Spanish language and culture. Felicitaciones, querida Summer Abdelbari. Te deseo mucho éxito en tu nueva etapa de estudiante universitaria y que continúes amando el mundo hispánico tal y como lo haces hoy. And remember to always do, as we saw many of our characters do, to always do what is right and not what is expected. Felicidades. And now that brings us to the end of the World Language Department Awards. Next is Ms. Kate Greenberg, who will present the departmental awards for art history and for art visuals. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my distinct honor to present the Art History Award and celebrate excellence in art history scholarship. This scholar of art history has one of the highest grades in the class, has demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of the role art plays in the history of civilization, and has developed the analytical skills to decode and interpret works of art. Not one to seek the spotlight, a thoughtful and deep thinker who looks to form connections between the world of art and the world that art comes out of. This student questions and considers, why does it matter? Are there other works that matter more? Who gets to decide? Looking to understand the way art reflects and shapes its world, this student mastered the methods of analysis and interpretation, and under trying conditions has maintained high interest, a strong work ethic, and has begun to think like a real art historian. Comfortably using the language of art history, she writes with an elegant style, supporting analysis and interpretation with evidence from the work. This student will see the world through this new perspective at GW next year. Wishing you the best of luck. I'm happy to give the award to Lucy Martin. The next award that it is my pleasure to give is the Visual Arts Department Award. Today, we celebrate students who have had incredible success, worked hard, and persevered through challenges. We celebrate a student who has imagination, creative courage, mastery, and vision. Success in art is not only the final work that is put forth into the world, but the entire process, from sketchbook planning to choosing the perfect materials to the hours spent bringing the idea to life. Success is working through the challenges, taking risks, putting in the time that it takes to make a high quality work of art. This artist is an inspiring example of the dedication to one's craft. She creates work not for the grade, not for the AP, not for the assignment, but because it is a way of self-expression and a drive that cannot be contained. This student practically lived in the art building during their senior year and much of high school, and demonstrated a self-motivated discipline day in and day out. The student continues to be one of the most highly motivated artists we have had the pleasure of working with. Their portfolio is strong, showing a mastery of multiple mediums, from photography to watercolor to acrylic paint and digital drawing. They have a mastery of technique and a drive to try something as many times as it takes to get it right. This student particularly shines with their understanding of nature illustration, particularly reptiles and insects with micron pens. She is an artistic force to be reckoned with, and Ava Gelhaus is this year's recipient of the Excellence in Studio Art Award. Congratulations, Ava. Mr. Di Giovanni will now present the Departmental Award for History.
Good afternoon. Dr. Joanne Freeman, professor of history at Yale University, remarked over the weekend that to understand history, you have to remember that, living in the moment, people in the past didn't know what would happen. Neither do we. So what we think and do now matters. In a time so contentious, the study of history reminds us of the importance of context, of our ability to recognize the motivations of others, and to understand our role in creating a better society. The recipient of this year's History Prize has used her time at Ranney to explore that truth through a combined 9 years worth of history classes, including 2 courses on global citizenship and leadership, and a related capstone course centering on gender roles in domestic and global politics. She is the consummate historian, able to analyze everything from the varying perspectives found in her DBQs in APUSH and AP Euro to the relationships between moneyed interest groups and legislative agendas in government and politics, and everything in between. She is also an adept writer, able to pour her thoughts and arguments onto the page with eloquence and grace, a skill that will certainly help her achieve success as a Villanova Wildcat this fall. Congratulations to this year's recipient of the History Prize, Summer Appleberry. Ms. Marie Curry will now present the Departmental Award for Economics.
Thank you, Mr. DiGiovanni. The winner of this year's Award for Excellence in Economics, Aidan Smyers, was one member of a class full of smart young men and women, many of whom are being acknowledged today for their achievements. But Aidan edged them out for the top spot with his seemingly effortless grasp of concepts and his ability to apply those concepts in many different scenarios. Whether it was finding the Nash equilibrium for an oligopoly or predicting the impact of expansionary monetary policy on the Phillips curve, Aidan just forged ahead and solved the problem before I could even explain it to the class. And he did it all in his completely unassuming and quiet way. We need economic problem solvers like Aidan more than ever today. I'm sure you would agree. But I suppose we have to wait until he's out of college for a while before we see him as the head of the President's Council of Economic Advisors or the chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank. Congratulations, Aidan, on receiving this award, which you well deserve. And now Mr. Doug Felter will present the Departmental Award for English.
At Ranney, blessed with so many young scholars, it is an unenviable task to select the best student in a given discipline. Do you go with the student who has taken the greatest number of English courses? Do you opt for the student with the highest average? The English department's honoree this year is, first, a student who has shown for many years that she is passionate about language and literature. She is someone who loves words and recognizes their power. Whether she is analyzing poetry or prose, she constructs coherent arguments about both content and style. She engages in classroom discourse, asking germane questions and offering informed opinions. She learns for the sake of learning. In just this past quarter, the recipient examined reproductive rights in the context of Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale, explored point of view and social class structure in a work by Henry James, examined narrative form in Maxine Hung Kingston's The Woman Warrior, and weighed in on whether the word is properly pronounced Caribbean or Caribbean. She excelled at all these tasks, and she did so with passion and style. This year's recipient of the L.C. Lane English Award goes to Victoria Gualario. Dr. Roxanne Spencer will now present the Departmental Award in Science.
Sciences provide an understanding of a universal experience. Arts are a universal understanding of a personal experience. They are both a part of us and a manifestation of the same thing. The arts and sciences are avatars of human creativity. Mae Jemison. This year's winner of the Science Department Award has a thirst for knowledge and a contagious enthusiasm for learning. Mr. Neal claims this student was one of the best that he has ever taught. They have been characterized by teachers as exceptional and brilliant, and their work characterized as detailed and beautifully executed. Competitively, they participated in the New Jersey Science League in AP Physics 2 and AP Chemistry, as well as in the DOE Regional Science Bowl and the NOAA Shore Bowl. This year's honoree is generous with her knowledge and experience. She founded the Chemistry Club at Ranney, taking the initiative to seek out interesting experiments and master them so she could lead her fellow students through each activity. She volunteered as a science peer tutor and served as a leader of the Science National Honor Society in her senior year. She excelled not only in her science classes, but indeed all courses that she has undertaken at Ranney, and she will be the first to earn a STEAM certificate. The Ranney Science Department is proud to recognize Sophia Shrew with the 2020 Science Departmental Award. Now, Mrs. Laura Pongrak will present the Departmental Award for Mathematics.
This award recognizes an individual who possesses a deep understanding of advanced mathematics, performs at exemplary level, and is always pursuing knowledge with vision and honor. Today's honoree is phenomenally talented and has taken a multitude of AP level math classes, where this student scored 5s on both AB and BC Calc exams. This student is presently taking multivariable with Mr. Daly, and he states that this humble learner asks good questions in class and never hesitates to offer to explain problems to his peers while demonstrating at the front board. During the student's time as a member of the Mu Alpha Theta Math Honor Society, this student regularly volunteered to tutor peers and was elected the president of our chapter. This student was extremely passionate about mathematics competitions, creating placement tests for competitors and motivating the team to strive for their best. This year, our Math League team finished 3rd out of 19 teams, and Mr. Daly credits him on all of his hard work. This math guru is an excellent mentor to those who are not as mathematically gifted and is very appreciative of the mathematical education he received here at Ranney School. Having the honor of working so closely with him this year, I saw firsthand his love and excitement for mathematics and his innate abilities to think logically and symbolically about quantitative, spatial, and abstract relationships. Today's honoree, who will continue his passion around mathematics as he attends NYU in the fall, is Vincent Bai. Congratulations, Vincent. Celebrate your accomplishments and the wisdom and beauty of mathematics. The math department and I wish you continued success in all your future endeavors. Mr. Gill will now present the departmental awards for computer science and for robotics.
Hi, everyone. This award recognizes an individual who possesses superior skills in problem solving and critical thinking and computer programming and has the utmost integrity. Today's honoree is a very enthusiastic learner. He is involved in every theoretical discussion in class regarding advanced computer science concepts. He participates in the prestigious American Computer Science League, the ACSL. This is an international competition where he is developing complex programs. He is also learning advanced mathematics that involve complex computer science concepts, such as recursion, computer number systems, trees, linked lists, stacks, and queues. He is applying his knowledge to writing advanced programs. For example, he developed a program that would take an arithmetic expression and create it into a postfix expression using the data structure stacks, and then he would use stacks again to evaluate the expression. Today's honoree is Seth Marks. It is with great pride that I award him the Excellence Award in Computer Science for Ranney High School. Enjoy the book that we gave you from computer algorithms that can be applied to everyday life and illuminate the workings of the human mind. Congratulations on your outstanding achievement and good luck in college. I understand that Seth will be majoring or minoring in computer science. Thanks, Seth, and congratulations again. Next is the Robotics Award, right? Okay. This award recognizes an individual who possesses superior skills in problem solving and critical thinking in robotics and also has the utmost integrity. Today's honoree is pursuing science, technology, engineering in every avenue that he can. He is the president of our award-winning robotics team that won the state championship in 2019. His robotic team participated in the 2019 national championships, which is by invitation only. He is a persistent and dedicated competitor. He developed 5 different robots over the summer in preparation for this year's international Dex robotic competition called Tower Takeover. This competition involves mechanical engineering and computer programming. The student is highly proficient in both. He designs and builds his own robot along with his team and programs a robot in C++ that he uploads to the robot's brain. The competition is very competitive. He excelled in this competition. He also participated in the 2018 U.S. National Robotics Competition and the aforementioned 2019 robotics competition. This year, this student with his team won the prestigious Build Award at the Dex Robotics South Brunswick Championship. He received this award because of his unique design and the functions of the robot. He developed a robot with abilities that no one in the state could possibly think of. It was a robot that blocked off a whole area so the other robots could not score. It was very impressive, and every one of the top teams in the state came over to look at it and notice. Today's honoree is Anthony Verone. It is with great pride that I award him the Excellence Award in Robotics for Rainey School. He has done so much for the robotics program. Enjoy the New York Times bestseller that we awarded on 12 technological imperatives that will shape the next 30 years of our lives. Congratulations on your outstanding accomplishments. I understand that Anthony will be majoring in both mechanical engineering and computer science. Thank you very much again, Anthony, for everything you've done. The remaining departmental awards come from the Performing Arts Department. The first presenter is Mrs. Lily Torrente to present the Vocal Music Award.
Thank you. I remember the first time I met this student outside my classroom. He told me he loved to sing and was interested in joining the chorus. Looking back, that was a most fortunate day for the Performing Arts Department. True to his word, he joined the ensemble, and it was evident from the start that he had a strong commitment to excellence. Gifted with a beautiful baritone voice and a determination to get it right, he mastered challenging harmonies and demonstrated an innate ability to recognize the subtleties of vocal stylings. You've seen him and heard him often. A 4-year member of the chorus, he has performed both in and outside of school. You've heard him at basketball games singing the national anthem, during coffee houses, and in many of our upper school musicals. Most recently, he rocked Panther Hall as the ominous voice of the plant in Little Shop of Horrors. A junior Triam member, and other vocal achievements include acceptances into the All-Shore and All-State Honors choruses. Yet, despite his many vocal successes, he remains humble and shy. His friends say he is inspiring, enthusiastic, patient, and kind, a natural leader. I am proud and honored to present the Performing Arts Senior Prize for Excellence in Vocal Arts to Vincent Bai. Congratulations, Vincent. Mr. John Proper will now present the Departmental Award for Instrumental Jazz Music.
To recognize a senior who has achieved success in instrumental music, the Senior Prize for Excellence in Instrumental Music was established in 2007 and further expanded into instrumental jazz music in 2018. This award will be given to a senior who, during their tenure in the upper school jazz band, has continually demonstrated outstanding ability as an instrumentalist both in Randy musical ensembles and in the local community. Moreover, the student also demonstrated exceptional examples of service and leadership in the Performing Arts Department and served as a role model for their peers in music education. This student's performance exemplifies integrity and perseverance in instrumental jazz music, and their personal growth has been evident during the course of their upper school study. This year's recipient is a student who has shown an ever-growing love for music, jazz in particular. He's been involved in every opportunity the school has to offer, including the jazz ensemble, the honors jazz ensemble, the jazz combo, and pit band. He is kind and offers quiet leadership to the band, but is bold and brave when it comes to his musical choices and risks, especially with improvisation. He helped lead the saxophone section and the band itself through many different performances and rehearsals. Carter Dibsey has gone above and beyond with his efforts in this category and is well deserving of the Excellence in Jazz Music Award for 2020. We will miss having Carter in the band and wish him well next year in all his future endeavors. Congratulations, Carter. Dr. Dorothy Sobieski will now present the Departmental Award for Instrumental Orchestral Music.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Proper. This year, the Performing Arts Department vote for the Senior Prize for Excellence in Instrumental Orchestral Music resulted in a tie. Both recipients of the award have proven over the past 4 years to be the pillars of the upper school orchestra ensemble through their work, dedication, and selfless contributions to the orchestral program, both making a tremendous impact on our instrumental program. The first recipient joined the lower school band program in 4th grade, but continued his contribution to the Rani Performing Arts in middle school by becoming a middle school orchestra accompanist in 6th grade. Being quite a versatile young musician, upon starting in upper school, he began to become a master of percussion instruments in the orchestra room, and he played the timpani, bass drum, snare drum, triangle, castanets, wood blocks, xylophone, glockenspiel, and of course, the piano. This young musician's passion for love for music led to his membership in the Junior Triad Music Honor Society, where as a 3-year continuing member, he developed a strong appreciation and commitment to service. This particular appreciation and commitment to service did not end, as this recipient moved on to the upper school, and there, as a 3-year continuing member of the upper school chapter of Triam 50 to 75, he became a chapter vice president in his senior year. His dedication to Rani Performing Arts is second to none. One could never miss his tall, slim persona, golden blonde hair, as he ran between the obstacle course of percussion instruments at every upper school musical production, counting furiously and trying to not lose the count and place in the music as he switched parts between different instruments in back of the section. He is always smiling, and familiar face of his is not a stranger face to the lower and middle school divisions and their students. He accompanied the lower school choruses and orchestras, as well as the summer orchestra at RSI. His beautiful piano playing supported young performers at coffee houses and concerts. He is a selfless, caring individual, a true ambassador of music, a humble and giving young man of integrity, and a kind and always smiling, loyal friend. I'm truly proud and privileged to have been his teacher for past 7 years. As I present the 2020 Performing Arts Senior Prize for Excellence in Instrumental Orchestral Music to Tommy Jensen. Congratulations, Tommy. Our second recipient joined Rani Performing Arts as a freshman. His career started in the jazz band, where he played the saxophone. But soon after, he could be seen playing the drums and bass guitar in jazz combo and rock band. His versatility did not end there. This student picked up the string bass during the summer between his freshman and sophomore year and joined the Rani Upper School Orchestra as a string bassist, performing the ever so complex and super fast bass part in the overture to Marriage of Figaro at his very first concert in December. His outstanding musicianship, coupled with his quiet, humble, and utterly charming personality, were very quickly made him one of the most recognizable musicians at Rani School. A member of Jazz Combo on bass guitar, Chamber Music Club and Upper School Orchestra on string bass, Electric Bow Fusion on drums, this musician was always looking to learn more, to challenge himself, and to dive deeper into the world of musical knowledge. His passion for music and his giving character led him to become a leader in service and musicianship in the Triad Music Honor Society, of which he became a president in his senior year. He represented our school at All Shore Jazz Ensemble 2 years in a row, and during last Maymester, last year, he collaborated with the music directors and pit musicians of several musicals, including Wicked, The Book of Mormons, and Aladdin, all on Broadway. His constant music curiosity, his passion, his respectful approach to learning has been extraordinary, earning a perfect score on the AP Music Theory exam in his junior year. He proved not only to be an excellent instrumentalist, but an outstanding music scholar as well. This student truly exemplifies integrity and perseverance in instrumental music, which he will continue studying in NYU this fall. It is my honor to present the second 2020 Senior Prize of Excellence in Instrumental Orchestral Music to Sam Novotny. Congratulations, Sam. Mr. John Doyle will now present the departmental awards for theater, onstage, and backstage.
Thank you, Dr. Sobieski. The Theater Excellence Onstage Award is presented to a performing arts student that has shown exemplary involvement and commitment to the dramatic and musical productions during their upper school career. This commitment is defined by conscientious attendance of rehearsals, timely preparation and memorization of lines and blocking, timely preparation and memorization of music, lyrics, and choreography. And commitment is further defined by active involvement in the International Thespian Society and involvement in theater endeavors outside of Ranney community without depriving the Ranney community of that actor's talent. The student actor that is awarded the Theater Excellence Onstage Award upholds the creed, act well your part, for there all honor lies. Like many senior thespians, the recipient of the Theater Excellence Onstage Award for 2020 began her Ranney theater career in lower school and continued into her middle school years. Her upper school time on stage saw this actress perform in a variety of venues, including comedy, drama, and musical theater. She walked the runway as a contestant in Smile, her freshman year. Her portrayal of Mrs. Green in our production of Clue on Stage was well-rounded and acted with consistency and a strong understanding of the relationship between her character and the other characters on stage. She excels at improvisation. This skill has served her well when creating characters such as the Ababu princesses in Kismet or the varied characters in Ionesco's Killing Game. Though she loves being on stage, her commitment to theater and the Ranney Performing Arts also found her backstage as a crew member and stage manager, helping Mrs. Jeannie and Mrs. Tarente with each of the lower and middle school musicals every year during her middle and upper school years. Her service as president of the International Thespian Troupe 630 has been invaluable. Her accomplishments and service to Ranney and to the general community through her performing arts involvement will be greatly missed. It is with great pride and great affection that I present the Theater Excellence Onstage Award to Charlotte Clark. Congratulations, Charlotte. The Matt Callahan Memorial Award for Excellence Backstage and Technical Theater is presented to a performing arts student that has shown that same exemplary involvement and commitment to the technical aspects of stage productions during their upper school career as Matt Callahan of the class of 2013 did. A student receiving this award may or may not excel in all aspects of technical theater, or may have focused on one and shown mastery of it. As modeled by Matt, commitment to the productions includes attendance at all pre- and post-production meetings, rehearsals, preparation of the technical aspects that they are responsible for, responsibility for strike at the close of a production, ability to work with peer crews, and ability to focus on the concept of a production in concert with the director and other crew heads. Commitment is further defined by active involvement in the International Thespian Society and involvement in theatrical endeavors outside of the Ranney community without depriving the Ranney community of that technician's talent. When you see this young man smile, it's not too hard to believe that he started his theater career as the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland in 5th grade. He was very shy and very quiet, but worked very hard, learned his lines, and found his voice through acting. He continued as an actor in middle school when he performed as Gershwin in Jailbird and Thoroughly Modern Millie, and in A Little Princess as Mr. Rumsfeld. As a freshman, he decided to explore the technical end of theater production and joined the sound crew. This was a very easy transition due to his love of science and his dedication to the Ranney Robotics program. His desire to learn both the soundboard and the lightboard led him to dedicate a great deal of time working with the more senior crew members. His focus and drive to learn and master sound mixing and soundboard operations had him attend on-campus workshops with professional sound technicians, giving up Saturdays and school holidays. He furthered his sound technician training by attending college-level programs during his summer breaks. As a young actor, he found his voice on the stage, but as a sound technician, he found his passion behind the soundboard. This techie has become the sound crew chief for all concerts, musicals, coffee houses, and stage productions for all 3 of Ranney's divisions. He has made his mentor, our late Matt Callahan, and myself very proud as he leaves to go off to Savannah, Georgia to continue his studies in sound engineering and design. It is with pride that I present the Matt Callahan Technical Theater Award to Kieran Fina Saunders. We now turn from departmental awards to other special awards, highlighting seniors in a variety of areas. Mrs. Erin Adler will now present the Ram Shira Bahara Communications Award.
In a world accustomed to tweets and Snapchats, the art of effectively communicating with a wide audience is a skill well worth recognizing. The winner of this year's award made his mark early and often by communicating almost daily with our community, urging everyone to participate in everything from sporting events to concerts and plays to Friday morning breakfasts. I know we all appreciated the brightly colored emails he sent, encouraging everyone to engage in all that Rani has to offer and championing the efforts of all of our student athletes, thespians, and musicians. This award is also known as the Great Communicator Award, and this year the honor goes to a student who went above and beyond when he produced videos this spring that brought the whole community together despite our separation. While the content of the videos may fade from our collective memory over time, the feelings of joy and happiness and connectivity will remain with us always. I will be forever grateful to him for keeping the Panther spirit alive and well in this weekly quarantine updates. And for that reason, among the many, I am thrilled to present this year's Ram Sheila Barara Award to Student Council President, Mr. Derek Vastola. Ms. Dana Matacino will now present the National Merit Scholar Awards.
Thank you, Erin. Each year, the National Hispanic Recognition Program selects, I'm reading the wrong chart. I have two. So first, let me start. Over 1.5 million students took the 2018 preliminary SAT National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test last October and entered the National Merit Scholarship Program, a nationwide competition for recognition and awards conducted by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation. In April, NMSC identified the 50,000 highest scorers and notified their high schools. Some 16,000 of those high performers were designated semifinalists in a state representational basis. The other 34,000 high performers were named commended students based on National Selection Index score of 212, applicable to all program participants with regard to state-by-state distribution. This year, we have two commended scholars. Please join me in congratulating Sophia Shu and John Kokoza. And now the next award that I have the pleasure of awarding is the National Hispanic Recognition Program. Each year, the National Hispanic Recognition Program selects about 5,000 Hispanic Latino students from a pool of over 250,000 who take the preliminary SAT NMSQT. These students are from the United States, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam, the Mariana Islands, and the Marshall Islands, as well as U.S. citizens attending schools abroad. National Hispanic Recognition Program scholars are identified as academically outstanding high school students who scored in the top 2.5% among Hispanic and Latino PSAT and NMSQT test takers in our region while maintaining a high GPA. Please join me in congratulating Rani School's National Hispanic Recognition Program scholar, Aiden Smyers. Mr. Adam Matarasso will now present the AP Scholar Awards.
Good afternoon. Each fall, the College Board recognizes high school students who have distinguished themselves through their performances on the AP exams during the month of May. In order to earn recognition as an AP Scholar, students must fulfill the following criteria. The designation of AP Scholar is awarded to students who receive scores of 3 or higher on 3 or more AP exams. Students who are named AP Scholars with honor have received an average score of at least 3.25 on all AP exams taken and scores of 3 or higher on 4 or more of these exams. To earn the designation of AP Scholar with distinction, students must receive an average score of at least 3.5 on all AP exams taken and scores of 3 or higher on 5 or more of these exams. To earn the designation of National AP Scholar, students must receive an average score of at least 4 on all AP exams taken and scores of 4 or higher on 8 or more of these exams. 24 students in this year's graduating class earned recognition by the College Board as either an AP Scholar with honors, an AP Scholar with Distinction, or a National AP Scholar. First, the AP Scholars. Congratulations to Summer Abdulberry, Claire Folletta, Olivia Knoop, Matthew Padavano, Zakiah Pennington, Justin Ronaldo, Rohan Sakant, Uzai Tekiel, Matthew Wrigley, and G. Juliana Yang. Next, AP Scholars with Honor. Emily Chang, Songmin Anson He, Lucille Martin, Seth Marks, Sam Novotny, Alex Senderoff, and Aidan Smyers. Next, AP Scholar with Distinction, John Kokoza, Yiwi Evi Gao, Victoria Gualario, Hansheng Bob Lee, Yihang Jocelyn Lin, Quinwan Sophia Xu, and National AP Scholar to Haosheng Vincent Bai. At this time, Dr. Noel Delgado will now present the 2020 Global Studies Certificate.
Good afternoon. The Global Citizenship Program was first envisioned in 2016 as a way of preparing today's students to become tomorrow's global citizens. The program was designed to recognize students who excel in global studies, cross-cultural experiences, leadership, community service opportunities, and original research in preparation for becoming future global problem solvers. The student who is to be honored today is a woman with many talents and strengths, having completed 13 courses in the Global Citizenship Program within the disciplines of social sciences, math, literature, and foreign language. She has shown tremendous leadership in several key positions, including former president of the Model United Nations Club, a co-president of the Women's Studies Club, and a current president of the National Honor Society. She has also been committed to and has led community service projects that had global or local focus. She has worked with the lower school in the H2O for Walk we completed 2 years ago that helped build bathrooms for schools in Nicaragua. She helped to coordinate school-wide Ocean Challenge project, raising money to study the effects of pollution on our oceans. In the past, she has worked locally at Monmouth County Cinderella's Closet, at the Randy Toy Drive, as well as the middle school Model United Nations event held at our own school. She was part of a design team putting together plans for an outdoor classroom space near the school garden, some of which have been incorporated into the present design. Her research revolved around the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals number 5, gender equality, and goal number 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. The fruits of her research can be found in her 2018 paper entitled Women's Role in the United States Congress, and from this past week's presentation of her year-long capstone project entitled The Efficacy of Women in Politics and Leadership, in which she compared the government institutions of the United States, Germany, and Liberia, and the level of their success under male and female leadership. It is due to these various accomplishments that I ask you to join me in congratulating Summer Abdulberry for her notable achievements in global studies. I'm very pleased to award her the Randy School Global Citizenship Certificate for the 2020 graduating class. Mr. Harry Neal will now present the 2020 STEAM Certificate.
Hi, thank you, Mr. Delgado. I am excited and privileged to award Randy's first STEAM certificate to Sophie Quinwan Xu. In her 3 years at Randy, Sophia has been an extraordinary student who has achieved extraordinary accomplishments. Her academics are highlighted by AP scores of 5 on AP Chem, AP Physics 2, and AP Calc BC. She also self-studied and got 4s and 5s on Biology, Calc AB, and Physics 1. This year, she successfully completed AP Computer Science, AP Painting, as well as Multivariable Calculus and Introduction to Engineering. Sophia's extracurricular endeavors include Science Olympiad, Math Tutoring, Math League, Art Honor Society, Chemistry Olympics, the formation of the first Randy Chemistry Club, Aviation Design Challenge, a medical internship, virtual tutoring through the one platform called Learn to Be, where she was tutoring students across the country. Also, the Women in Technology program at MIT, which was a 4-week intense course in chemistry and electrical engineering. In Sophia's free time, she managed to teach herself multiple computer languages, including Java and Python, and she found time to play the piano and learn self-teach herself the harp. Sophia's capstone further illustrates her intense interest in material science. Having been raised in a family of tailors, she found tremendous interest in clothing materials and their physical properties. She chose to conduct an in-depth study on the materials used in comforters, and her presentation was comprehensive and insightful. Personally, I could not ask for a better science student. Sophia put tremendous effort into her understanding of concepts. When faced with very difficult AP free response questions, she never gave up and asked for the answer. Instead, she worked relentlessly until she found the solution on her own. She was also an excellent lab partner who helped all members of the class. When she was given an expensive electronic multimeter as an award from MIT, she decided to donate it to the physics class as she saw how it would help our lab students in their studies of electronic circuits. I cannot be more proud to award the first STEAM, Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math Award to Kiwanshu Sophia. Congratulations. Dr. Nicole Martone will now present the Excellence in Citizenship Awards.
Thank you, Mr. Neal. As Dean of Student Life, I have the honor of awarding the Excellence in Citizenship Award to one student in grades 9, 10, and 11, and to 2 members of the senior class. These award winners are exemplary members of the upper school. They model admirable behavior even when others aren't watching. They have shown genuine care and concern for their peers and teachers, both inside and outside of the classroom. The 2020 recipients in particular have chosen to make the right decision, even when it wasn't the easiest decision. They've found themselves in difficult situations and figured out what to do in order to make things better for our community. With this award, we celebrate their commitment to diversity and inclusion, to the honor code, and to the betterment of Ranney School. The 2020 winners of the Excellence in Citizenship Award are 9th grade, Luke Zaslow. 10th grade, Megan Pongrak. 11th grade, Emerald Liu. 12th grade, Olivia Knoop and William Byer. Congratulations, kids. Today's program will now conclude with remarks by Dr. John Griffith.
Thank you, Dr. Martone. Thank you to all of the visitors who joined us today for the convocation ceremony for Ranney for the class of 2020. We want to congratulate all of the wonderful students who received awards today. Again, both the underclassmen and especially our seniors. I want to congratulate their parents as well. Whenever we present awards like this, I always imagine there's a long line of those behind the recipient. Parents, siblings, grandparents, and teachers all the way back to early childhood, and that's certainly true of these seniors. It is an impressive group. We are very, very proud of them. Congratulations to all of them. The highest honor that Ranney bestows, though, is the Ranney Diploma. All of these students, the 63 students in the class of 2020, have shown exemplary leadership in very challenging circumstances. They've shown resilience. They've shown honor. We're deeply proud of all of them. We will confer their diplomas, we fervently hope, in person this summer. They deserve that kind of celebration. Again, we're very grateful for all of their hard work over the past 4 years, or 7 years, or 12 or 13 years at Ranney School. Again, thank you so much for participating in this. Congratulations to all our award winners. Thanks to the faculty presenters, and thanks to the faculty for being such wonderful mentors, teachers, and supportive adults in the lives of all of these students. Thanks to Dr. Martin. Thanks to all of the administrative team, particularly Ms. Curry, for putting together the ceremony. Again, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Griffith. That concludes today's honors convocation. Congratulations again to all the award winners, and we hope we see you soon. Bye now.